Might have to raise the volume of the music a bit. Give me just 1 second. Gotta raise that some more. And there we go. I don't think it's gonna be too loud there, but we did need a little more consistent background sounds over there. Now let's see if YouTube just picked me up. Okay, yes, it says that I am indeed streaming. Yeah, let's leave this at like the lowest quality possible. And then let me go over to my channel, and wow, it even says that I'm live over here on Twitch as well. Okay, so it seems like we are pretty good to go here. And yeah, welcome in everybody, whoever is watching this as a VOD. Hopefully you'll enjoy yourself tonight. And yeah, last night I actually had an issue with my stream, as for some reason I just kind of got cut off. And at that moment, considering that it had taken so long to like bring me back up, I was already like typing out a message to like let everybody know that yeah, tonight's stream is pretty much over considering what happened. However, like I was able to make it back on, and like I didn't even realize it. Like I was just like typing out that message before posting it out, and then when I realized that I was live again, I was like, oh well, okay then. Well, I kind of already said I was gonna leave, so bye. And that was pretty much that for last night. Tonight will hopefully be a different story. Well, thank you very much for that subscription from Snatchy Potato. I do very much appreciate it. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Trevor Corliss, thank you very much for that subscription as well on YouTube. I very much appreciate it. I know that everyone can see it. By the way, so like, I'm currently streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. So yes, at this time, I will be speaking to people from both platforms, or well, just whichever platform most people end up gravitating to tonight. It is usually Twitch, because Twitch does have like better stream quality and less delay, but I do have a much bigger following on YouTube, so that is also one point of contrast there. Eternal Fable, now I have to go, lol. That was short-lived, I have to eat. No worries. Either way, Eternal Fable, I very much appreciate you stopping by. So yeah, enjoy your food, and hopefully you'll be able to stick around next time. Don't worry about it. Basher RC, this is becoming quite the regular live stream. Great stuff. Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. And yeah, so like I stream every Friday and Saturday, like normally, naturally. However, like every time that I do a review on a microphone, I also stream with that microphone on that same night. And because I've been reviewing so many microphones as of late, I do end up streaming more often. Foolish Swami is officially first, and no one can take that away from him. 100% first. Also, Foolish Swami, there might actually be some hope when it comes to the GPU market for you, but it should be taken with like a very small grain of salt as to how good this could end up being. So we are going to touch on this topic in particular on the podcast tomorrow. But basically what's going on is that Intel has been working on a GPU for quite some time now, and it looks like it'll finally be ready to release this year, probably around the end of the year. And also, there is another thing where supposedly it is meant to compete with the RTX 3070. Now, only God knows how much it's going to cost, but we'll see. I saw on StockX, the 3080 was like 2200. Jesus Christ, that is insane. You can buy a 3090 and a half with that money. Like, you can buy a 3090 and a 3080 with that much money. Skylord Braybro says, yo, can you answer the question I asked on your Discord? It's on hashtag audio gear chat. Absolutely, no worries. I'm sorry for missing that, by the way. I'm going there right now to see. Where's my Discord? Okay, there we go. And I'm really happy to have all of you guys here tonight. Last night was honestly quite messy. A lot of odd things were being asked, so I do have to say that I am glad to have you guys here. Audio gear chat. Okay, let's see. I'm guessing that this question came from Blip. So, been looking at different microphones over the past few days and haven't found a clear answer to one question. When I search up mics for streaming, it comes up with a bunch of things, but the one thing that I want to hear that I have not found is a microphone that prevents the sound of mouse clicks and keyboard sounds while talking. People think that the end-all solve to keyboard sounds is a noise gate, but I am still utterly annoyed about how audible my keyboard and mouse are while talking. I found a couple super and hyper cardioid mics, but they are all so expensive, and people almost never show how they would stand audibly while talking and typing. So I guess what I'm asking is there a mic, preferably USB, that mimics or is super hypercardioid to use while gaming / streaming with a reasonable budget of $100 to $200 price range? Any suggestions? Ooh, I do have some suggestions. However, there is if you have a loud keyboard or a loud mouse, there isn't really too much that you can do in order to get rid of that. And I get that the noise gate may not always be very helpful. So like if you don't want to only depend on the noise gate, then it sounds like what you would need mostly is a dynamic microphone. And there are two that I would recommend. One of them is the Samsung Q2U, which is actually a $65 to $70 microphone that can be used both as an XLR and USB microphones. Like, it's got both. It's a dynamic microphone, pretty good, actually amazing. And then you have the Samsung Q9U, which is actually a $200 microphone that can also be used as a USB microphone and an XLR microphone. Having a dynamic microphone helps with these things, but it's not going to eliminate the sound. It's just going to help with reducing the amount of noise coming from it. So do keep that in mind. Condenser microphones, which is like the vast majority of USB microphones, do capture quite a bit of sound. But like with something like a dynamic microphone, that does a much better job at rejecting noise from the side and rejecting noise from the back. And yeah, that is essentially what I would recommend for you. However, I can't promise that it's just straight up going to get rid of the sound, but it should be able to dampen it. And you should use it alongside a noise gate as well. That should be, like, that's probably the most that you would be able to do in that regard. Also, make sure that your keyboard is always behind your microphone. Not like under it. Not next to it, but always behind it, in order to be able to reject that noise as much as possible. And I hope that answers your question. Bloody Fedora came in, said, sorry I'm late, Tack. Hello there. No worries, bud. Thanks so much for stopping by. You asking, are you taking questions on tech gear? Yes, I'm always taking questions on tech gear. You can count on me. No worries. What are your thoughts about the LG issue? I was honestly just, like, disappointed when I heard that they were going to stop making phones, but I mean, I guess I understand why they would stop. It's not like LG phones were like super profitable or anything like that, or like super popular here in the West. Over here, most people will have a Samsung phone, an iPhone, or maybe, to diverge from that a little bit, they might have a Pixel. And yeah, like, it's just pretty tough competition. So maybe they are just better off getting out of the smartphone market and just like focusing on things like their TVs, refrigerators, and things of the like. So if ultimately it ends up being better for them, I support it, but it is still kind of disappointing to see them go like that. Swami says it literally hurts at this point. And everyone, join the Discord. Yes, please go ahead and join the Tech Summit Discord. I'll try to get to all of your questions over there as soon as I can, of course. If you end up not asking them here. Uh, Exhaustion took me last Friday. Couldn't even wake up after hours of research for material. Oh, no worries, buddy. No worries. I know that you have a lot of work to do on your end, so I do not blame you at all. What are your thoughts on your Elgato Stream Deck? What would you say are the top selling points for non-streamers? Well, for non-streamers, it is definitely a tougher sell because the Stream Deck does have a lot of utility. I mean, like you can control lights, for instance, like Elgato lights. That is, you can control other types of like scenery lights as long as they are Wi-Fi compatible and things like that, and well, just compatible with the Stream Deck in general. But you can also set it up as like a macro key for editing, like if you're photo editing or video editing or doing anything of the like. Something like this would be pretty helpful. However, if you're doing that kind of thing, that only then, you know, like a Stream Deck may not be necessarily the best solution. Like just getting a separate keypad and just like remapping every button might be a much more cost-effective solution, but a Stream Deck does offer like a pretty seamless experience all throughout. And the fact that you do get icons and everything to always match your tools is very helpful. So it really is just a convenience thing. It's not something that makes you better at editing, more efficient necessarily, than something like just a regular keypad that you can remap. But yeah, like a Stream Deck could still be very useful for that kind of thing. Bloody Fedora says, but good news, I did find some useful stuff. At least it wasn't a vain search like the rest of the other searching sessions. And unfortunately, I still have a lot of research to do. The chapters aren't going to complete themselves. That is indeed true. So, how much work would you say that you have left overall? Skylord. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm building my next keyboard to be a lot more silent, but most clicks are still really loud. Yeah, most mice are just going to have that. I mean, for better or for worse, I actually like having a clicky, loud mouse personally, but yeah, like I just like the sound of it. I also like the sound of these loud Razer switches. But again, like that's just me, and they usually don't come about too much when I'm like streaming and stuff. So like, yeah. Though I am also using a dynamic microphone. I've always used a dynamic microphone when streaming. At the very least since I started doing it again, so yeah. So how are you today? Oh, well, I'm actually doing kind of alright. Like, come to think of it, I haven't had any time to myself at all today. Because, like, I woke up and I was just like, alright, I had to get to editing, so I started editing, and then, that pretty much persisted up until, like, I want to say pretty much exactly 4 o'clock, and then after that I had to go up to the attic to start recording the podcast and the bonus episode for patrons, which by the way, there is a text on my Patreon if you are interested in that, since we are running monthly giveaways for why can't I say this, for Tech Summit patrons of tier 2 and tier 3s. So like if you decide to pledge, you just become automatically entered, and you would be able to win a tech product that we have reviewed on this channel of at least $50 in value or higher. So yeah, if you would like to stop by and join in, there should be links somewhere, maybe not on this live stream, but it'll be on one of my videos in case of anything. But I do encourage you to stop by because it helps us quite a bit, and it is always nice to be able to give back as well. Let's see. Well, I would say that at least I need to find material for the 3rd chapter and the end of the 2nd chapter. After that, it is writing time. So I would say close to 30% to 40% complete. Okay. So you're almost halfway there. How much more time do you have to finish this though? Do you think that the SM7B is overrated considering the price compared to other microphones? I do believe that the SM7B is overrated. So the thing about the SM7B is that, like, I understand why so many people like it. I own one myself. I think it is a very fantastic microphone, and it is worth the money for the SM7B. However, I do think that way too many people just kind of go with an SM7B and kind of ignore the rest of the market, even if they don't need an SM7B. Um, I'm somebody that also believes that there has to be a good balance between audio and video, though audio is definitely more important, I would say. So like there are some channels, particularly on the commentary side, uh, and I'm not naming anybody, that use an SM7B, but the video quality is completely awful, and I feel like that just kind of like cheapens the experience still. Uh, it's almost like all of the budget just went into an SM7B when they could have still gotten really good audio quality out of a much cheaper microphone. So like it's really just not worth it. Um, for something like that. However, like if you're only doing audio stuff, or if you've got like the video quality to back up, uh, like the audio quality of the SM7B, then great. But I think that too many people kind of just end up going straight for the SM7B when something like the Samsung Q2U is honestly so good for $70. The third chapter is quite annoying, I had to admit. At least till the end of this month. If I can complete early, even better. So this month, so I have, I think, 20 days. So this month we'll be only focusing on the. Oh, I see. Well, that makes sense considering that. I mean, in about 20 days, we would be almost in May, which at least over here in the U.S., it's like approaching end of semester. Hi, says Henry Wood. Hello to you, buddy. Evelyn says E to you as well. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. And it's interesting actually that you asked, Gem Allen, because uh, I was actually editing a video just today on what the best XLR microphone for streaming, podcasting, and YouTube is, and I compared 14 different microphones, and I compared a microphone that's as cheap as $60 to one that is as expensive as $500. Um, and and in that video, I actually mentioned that a lot of people tend to go for the SM7B immediately when it's not really necessary to do so, especially if you're like a smaller channel. And I can, and I mean, like, I am being a bit of a hypocrite there because I bought one and I'm definitely a pretty small channel, but I bought it to make a review on it, and then I liked it enough that I decided to keep it, and I've been able to make a bunch of videos around that microphone as well. And I guess that's kind of how I justify it, since I do review a lot of microphones on this channel. Hello from Sri Lanka. Oh, hello, Aaron. Thank you very much for stopping by. And Evelyn is laughing at my response. Hey, there's something funny about saying E. I was just greeting you. I'm just joking. But now I took a break. I can't keep spending hours researching without rest. I'm weak. I need to sleep. Are you going to fall asleep right now? Not Bloody Fedora? Like, don't you think it's a bit early? Well, it's actually like an hour later where you live. So, you know what? I can understand that. it is already nighttime over here on the East Coast, and while it is dark out, wait until the summer comes, and then like the sun would start to set at around this time. It's like 8:24 actually over here, so. But man, I'm surprisingly looking forward to the summer. Uh don't get me wrong, I much prefer the winter, but I think that the summer, now that things should be more calm, going out should be a simpler task. And soon, hopefully, we won't have to wear a mask everywhere. I still wear mine, of course, but hopefully I won't need to for too much longer. Though that is just the hope. And if anybody is wondering, yes, I am indeed definitely still taking more tech questions. I'm here for you guys, and that is essentially what the just chatting category, to me at least, is for. Plus, the overseer of the project is not giving assistance anymore. Only the guide teacher is helping now. Now, if I want to ask questions, excuse me, I will either have to use the overseer assistant or my teacher himself. I don't blame her. She already gave every material she could give. I see. So, like, you're running out of resources, it seems, which is making your project more complicated, or at least more tedious to work on. Isn't that right? Now, the overseer will just wait for people to send her the projects for evaluation. That is her sole job now. Great. I wish my job was just to wait, you know? Like, that'd be nice. That sounds like a splendid job. I mean, I'm sure that she had more work to do before that, but like, still, you know? And once more, like, I definitely said this earlier, but again, like, thanks to all of you for coming in tonight. Last night was just pretty strange. A couple of strange characters came on. It was just so awkward. Mecha Matt, I very much appreciate that follow. Thank you very much, and I do hope that you are enjoying this live stream so far. Yeah, but I still have the guide teachers, so I still have resources. And I also have a functioning internet, so that's a must. Yes, indeed, that is very important, so that's good. It doesn't seem like all is lost, huh? Aaron asks, what's the best Windows laptop for students on a budget? Well, if you're looking for a Windows laptop, so usually if you are a student, I would normally consider portability, how easy that laptop would be to carry around. But considering that you know, most people probably aren't going to school in person, I'm guessing that portability might not be a factor here, right? Or do you think that it would be a good idea to account for portability in this case for the future? Like, what are your thoughts on that? If you can answer that, then I should be able to recommend something. And also, another question would be, what is your budget? Because the phrase on a budget will differ for like a lot of different people. So like, it does depend really on like how much you're willing to spend on any given laptop. Because actually, I kind of already have one in mind. Portability isn't really an issue to me. Okay. My budget equals 5 times the dollar price. Just saying. Oh man, I see. Ah, right. Bloody fedora. Right. Well, that is like your budget there. Right. I do forget that things in Brazil are definitely crazier when it comes to the currency. So if portability isn't really an issue for you, then we can actually most certainly look at multiple options here. And a good one that I actually like to recommend pretty often are some of these. Let me just make sure that I've got the right model though. Just make sure. Okay, so this laptop seems like it would be pretty good value. And this laptop is called the Dell Inspiron 5000 series. So the Dell Inspiron series of laptops has been improving over time, and nowadays I believe that that these laptops do a lot better than ever. Before, I used to think that they were just complete hunks of shit, but like nowadays they're definitely a lot better. I need performance, to be honest. This laptop should be able to offer good amounts of performance from what I see. However, it doesn't appear to have dedicated graphics, so do keep that in mind. But it does have a pretty powerful CPU. So this one's going to have a Core i7 1165G7, so it is an 11th gen CPU. It does have 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of M.2 NVMe storage, which is pretty good. And it has a 1080p screen. It's not touch, and it retails for $695. This laptop does seem pretty nice. However, if you need performance, what do you need performance in, though? Like, what software are you going to be using, or what games are you going to be playing? Because if you need a laptop to also be able to handle your games, then I would not recommend this one. So basically, a $500 laptop cost me 2,500 reals. I'm going to keep pronouncing it that way because I don't remember how it is pronounced. Yep, I live in a sad country. No worries. Like back when I lived in the Dominican Republic, everything was more expensive over there too. Even McDonald's food is more expensive over there. Like, it's not a fun experience, but you know, it is just one that you live through. Should you invest on a pricey boom stand for your microphone, or is it not a big deal? Pricey to me on a boom mic, well, like on a boom arm is roughly around $100. The one I have here is $100, and I do not see a reason why I would ever need anything more than this. This arm can carry like this microphone with this shock mount right here, which is extremely heavy. Back when I had a $50 microphone arm, that thing was like sinking like that. And then when I upgraded to this one, like this thing can just handle it so well. And most people are not going to come across a situation where a microphone arm like this just wouldn't be enough. So I do recommend investing in one, because once you invest in a good one, you're probably set for a very, very, very long time. This microphone arm cost me exactly $100, and it's holding up this, I want to say, maybe 500 and something dollars setup just fine. And this is a heavy ass microphone, by the way, along with this heavy ass shock mount with weird balancing issues. So I would say that it is worth it. And in fact, now that you mention it, there is actually a video coming up as well, comparing different mic arms of different prices. There's like a $15 mic arm, a $35 mic arm, then there's a $90 mic arm, and then there's finally the $100 mic arm. And in there, I like the $100 mic arm is actually the one from Blue. It's called the Blue Compass. It is actually a pretty cool microphone arm as well. So that's another one that I would recommend. But I do like the Rode one more. Dustin Play says hi, hello to you. And then Bloody Fedora says, imagine what would cost me to simulate your equipment, though. I shiver at the thought of just imagining it. I don't even want to imagine what it's like to replicate this myself, to be honest. This is very much a long-term investment, and I really have to start treating it that way. Luckily, these things are tax deductible because these are all things that I bought for the sake of my YouTube business. However, it is still a lot of money to drop all at once, you know? So like it's not it is not easy, but I'm sure that it would be a lot harder for you as well. Another thing though, to note, Gem Allen, um, is that surprisingly like a $15 arm can actually hold up a good amount of different microphones. If you're just using like a USB microphone, it's highly unlikely that it's going to be too heavy for like a $15 microphone arm to handle it, especially if you don't have a shock mount on it. So like something as cheap as that uh could definitely do you pretty well there. Tech for your needs says hello folks. I'm going to join from Twitch and chat from there. A sure thing. Give that a go. Everything you have there. For me, I need I need to multiply by 5. Oh gosh. Oh no. Like that makes me sad. Like imagine if it actually costs that much to like buy stuff in this country too. Nobody would be able to afford anything, really. It's just absolutely insane. So, just a little bit of a side note, but um is anybody here familiar with this new like Yu-Gi-Oh set that's going to come out in less than 1 week called Ghosts from the Past? It's supposed to have like a bunch of different um well, not like a bunch of different ones, but like it is supposed to have a total of 5 different ghost rare cards, which are essentially like this weird holographic look to it, where like it just looks like you're looking at a ghost pretty much of like a ghost of the original artwork of that card. And those cards tend to be pretty valuable, and since we haven't seen that rarity of cards in any set for quite a while, everyone's pretty excited about it. So like I'm hoping that I can actually grab at least one ghost rare card, because that could probably help me make up the cost uh of what the box itself costs, while still being able to keep like the rest of the other cards that come in there. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I was watching a video just a little bit earlier on Attack on Titan. I will not spoil anything though, unless you guys want me to. But don't worry, I won't. And let's see. Sorry guys. What do you do with the tech that you reviewed but you didn't like? So if it's something that I reviewed and I didn't like, I will either return it because I didn't like it, or I will just try to resell it, if anything. It depends on the item. I try not to return very often because I mean, like, it's a hassle for like stores to deal with that kind of thing. And I remember when I used to work retail, like every time that you got a return, it was like a hit to like the amount of revenue that you were supposed to generate for that store on that day. So like I tried to avoid doing that as much as possible. But yeah, like I essentially either return that or sell it. But selling it is usually a good way to go about it too. Forgive me if I end up fainting into sleep. I am really feeling tired, but I will continue watching until I get. No worries, buddy. Thanks for letting me know, though. I expect you to somehow defend against anybody that starts acting wild in the chat, of course. But if you end up falling asleep, then I can fight as well. I got my fighting arms up. I'm doing this a lot. But yeah, like, don't worry about it if you end up falling asleep. And let's see. It looks like the Discord is getting a bit active as well, but Fedora says no worries. No worries to you if you end up falling asleep, I should be saying. Let's see. I feel like there are stuff that I haven't been able to actually like get a hold of. Oh, well, somebody actually... Huh. Did you watch Godzilla vs. King Kong movie? Lol. Would love to hear your thoughts about it. No, actually, I haven't yet. I have not. Have you watched it? Is it good? I don't even think that I really intend on watching that movie either. Like, I've never really been a Godzilla guy. Hi, Tech Summit. This is Muhammad Sheikh 1. Hello. Ah, I see. So you ended up coming over to Twitch. It looks like you ended up finding it. That's awesome. Happy to have you, bud. And I hope that that the experience on Twitch is a little bit better. Hoping. But of course, you never know with these streams. I was streaming last night and the whole thing just shut down. It was a very traumatizing and scary moment. I would never want to experience anything like it ever again. I almost died last night when that happened. I shed tears of demise as I felt my internet slowly slipping away. It's so much better. I've heard. Battle scenes were epic, but the story was pretty lame, to be honest. Fair enough. I'm somebody that does really enjoy battle scenes, like very intense, high energy fight scenes are usually like my thing. So if there's that, then I will enjoy it. So, like, for example, for the Justice League movie, there were so many people that did not like that movie, and I'm talking about the original cut. Not necessarily the Schneider cut, or Snyder. But I remember like the scene when Superman comes back to life and everybody charges him. That scene is so funny, but so badass at the same time. Absolutely love it. Even though the story was pretty incoherent. Yeah, the rest of the characters were pretty inconsequential, especially Batman, who's not very useful. Your quality is so good. Oh, thank you. Yes, I noticed the message. You have problems with streaming? Yeah, so last night I did have an issue with the stream. I mean, like, I was streaming as per usual, both on YouTube and on Twitch, and then kablamo, the whole thing just kind of like stopped. And I don't know exactly what happened, but then I eventually reconnected. But that was like after I had written a message on YouTube saying, well, guys, just see you tomorrow. Sorry for the stream ending. So I was like, well, I already said bye, so like I gotta go now. It'd be awkward to stay. By the way, you pronounced my surname wrong. Oh, how would you pronounce it then? It's not Sheik. It's Shake. I still don't know if I'm saying it correctly because usually as an American, if I see an E in front of an I, like it usually still has that E sound to it. Moshak786, thank you very much for that follow. You've been chatting already, but thank you for that follow. It is official. Yep. Okay, so it is Shake. Did you suffer from similar issues before, or was it, or was that a rare thing or one-time thing? This is the first time that it ever happened. I don't know if it somehow just had to do with YouTube. Honestly, have no idea on that front. But like, I've been dealing with a lot of issues actually regarding YouTube as of late. So like, I do keep track of my videos when I post them, like for the first couple of hours and stuff. And I've noticed that I've gotten likes, and then the likes just kind of start to go away from that video. It's not that I stopped getting likes, but it's just that it's almost like they're just getting deleted, which is just so strange. I do not know what's going on there, but I'm not the first person to complain about it either. Any particular... I mean, to delete my tweet, but I hit the button. Wait, what are you referring to? I'm pretty confused, tech for your needs. Yep, you said it right the second time. Okay, shake. Got it. Okay, thank you. No props, bro. Everyone makes name mistakes. Yeah, that is true. That is indeed true. I remember when I was in college. It was pretty tough for my professors to remember my name. My name is Francisco, to those who may not know. But I've been called many things by my professors, such as Francesco, and things of the like. Even Fernando. I just didn't quite understand why it was so difficult to really like get my name. It's 1:45 a.m. here in London. Oh Jesus, that is quite late or quite early, depending on your perspective. But that's pretty late. Jesus. Well, thank you so much for being here at such a time. I appreciate it. My previous comment, nah, tweet typo. Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, I don't see anything that's been blocked at all here on my end, so maybe nothing happened. I think Twitch is still delayed like YouTube, but not as much. It could be my own fault because I have been streaming to both platforms. That could be happening. Tsukuyomi, the legend, says, hey man, hello to you. You just immediately reminded me of Itachi there with that one. Sasuke, I'm going to use the ultimate Kenjutsu. Tsukuyomi. Terrible impression on my end. My name is the easiest to remember. It is the name of an angel. But somehow, there's always a teacher that ends up calling me Raphael for some reason. Well, that is also the name of another angel. So there's that. Do you prefer watching dubbed or subbed anime? Definitely dubbed on my end. I don't like having to read subtitles while I watch stuff because it's not quite as relaxing anymore. Like I can't just close my eyes and listen if I'm just like in bed laying down. I have to like actively have my eyes open. And plus I do very much enjoy English voice acting, so I definitely prefer dubbed, but I don't know anybody else in my circle of friends that does prefer dubbed. Everyone else I think that I know does prefer subbed. I enjoy your live streams. Well, I am happy to hear it. I try doing these as often as I can without me getting tired, or too tired, I should say. And it happened more than once. And it will happen probably for the rest of your life, my friend. I mean, it is Gabriel, not Raphael. I don't know how they mistake those two. It's yeah, like the ending of both names do sound similar, but like Gabriel and Raphael are still pretty different. I don't think that the confusion is actually that both of them were angels, but I think it's just that they probably just have too many names to remember, and I also forgave my own professors, well, not like directly, but just like internally, for not remembering my name as well. Moshak 786 says, I'm so new to Twitch. Well, how do you like Twitch so far? Twitch is Twitch is a very interesting place. I can say that much. I know, but still, how? Yeah. It must still be like frustrating to have to deal with that kind of thing. I mean, trust me, like I've been on that receiving end as well, and it ain't fun. Um, but it is what it is, I suppose. It's not the worst thing that could happen. It's nice and simple to use. Yeah, I mean, chat's right there. Honestly, like I do think that watching live streams on Twitch is definitely a much better experience than it is on YouTube. But YouTube does have a much bigger reach because on Twitch, uh, it's very tough for people to find you on Twitch. And that is just a fact. But just the bits are confusing. I was confused about that too. Not that long ago. I was like, wait, like how do bits work exactly? But like I think you have to buy bits. That's my understanding at least. And then like each single bit counts as like 1 penny. And if you end up giving that to a streamer, like let's say you give them 100 bits, then you basically give them $1. Jam Allen, what's your most viewed video up to date? I actually saw your first from your Raycon video review. Oh wow, so that's where you came from. That one has been a pretty well received video, I would say. My most viewed video though is definitely my first review of the 2015 MacBook Air. I think that one has almost 500,000 views, or is it just like 400,000 views? But something like that. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to reach those heights ever since, and not exactly sure why. It's kind of like a live stream YouTube. Yeah, I guess that you could say that, but like, people aren't quite as discoverable, through Twitch as they would be through YouTube. So that's one thing. What's the best way to get more views on and more subscribers? Tech Summit. Are you referring to YouTube or Twitch here? Because on both platforms, it would be pretty different. YouTube. Okay. Well, for YouTube, it is pretty much to have branding, be consistent with uploads, respond to comments, like make sure that people are engaging with your video, because if people leave a like or a dislike, that is engagement. If people comment, that is engagement. If people share your video, that is engagement, and all of that helps a lot, for sure. And also tackling relevant topics also helps quite a bit. But also growth strategies, they aren't always the same for every channel. It is going to depend on like what niche you're hoping to tackle. I'll have to refresh my PC. It is making weird noises. Just a sec. Yeah, no worries, bud. There's a delay on Twitch as well. Yeah. I think that really might just be my own fault, considering that I am streaming to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So that is probably my own fault. Maybe I just need to connect. Oh no, wait, I am connected to the 5G network. So what's going on? But by the way, have you watched Seaspiracy on Netflix? I have not yet watched it. I think you did recommend it already, but I think that when I tried to look it up before, it wasn't letting me through because they were doing something to the server. So I'm gonna probably check it out now. Just do it on my yeah. I don't really feel like logging in on my computer, so I'll just do it on my phone. I did. I see. Okay. And how was it? Ah. Okay, so you mentioned that it was seas piracy. Seas piracy. Okay, I mean, it looks like it's a live action. Passionate about ocean life, a filmmaker sets out to document the harm that humans do to marine species and uncovers alarming global corruption. Okay, sounds interesting to me. I'm gonna go ahead and actually add that into my watch later. My list is what they call it here. And then you have like a couple of other related movies here, like The Social Dilemma, The College Admission Scandal, The Dawn Wall, Last Breath, The Game Changers, My Octopus Teacher, Made You Look, Formula One, Cuba and the Cameraman, Blackfish, Icarus, and Spycraft. Scary, but it's about fish and behind the scenes. I am interested. I am interested in marine life in general. So like I do think that this would be pretty interesting, considering that marine life can be both beautiful and absolutely terrifying. It's just such a massive world down there. Yeah, in my phone, I oversee Twitch. In my PC, I oversee YouTube. Ah, sweet. Gotcha. Well, thank you. You put a lot of effort into that, so thank you so much, buddy. You have to watch it, bro. Later, it will change you. Well, let's see if it will change me. I am a very stubborn, devilish man, so let's see if it'll change me. Do you drive stick or automatic? Automatic. I don't think we have any manual vehicles. It has changed me to not eat fish anymore. I see. I've never liked fish, so that won't be really an issue for me. I just kind of hope to watch it for the experience. My PC is currently making weird vent noises, so I think it is the result of non-stop 17-hour search overnight. I think it is giving up being awake for that long. It could probably use a little bit of rest. That is probably what's going on your end. Which happens, you know. So like I am usually interested in like mystery, thriller kind of films and things like that. Like one film that I liked quite a bit, but that a lot of critics hated was Creep. I thought that Creep was actually a pretty good film. But even any seafood at all, whatsoever. No, I gotcha. I mean, I don't eat any kind of seafood at all. I do not like seafood. It's really just not my thing, but I know that that a lot of people do still appreciate the seafood. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. If you enjoy seafood, eat your seafood. Have your fun. I'm more of a chicken guy. I'm more of a fried chicken kind of guy. That's all. Yeah, I'm shutting down my PC. That means that YouTube will be a lawless place. Sorry there, tech. No. But I understand. I understand how it is. And I understand that that is just a sacrifice that you have to make. Either way, I wish you the best. Well, at least you'll be on Twitch nonetheless, right? But for Twitch, I'm still here. Yep. Sounds good to me. And that's perfectly fine. I did miss you last night, though. Last night, I could have really used some moderation. But none of my YouTube moderators made it to the stream. So I was like, oh gosh, like this is pretty bad. I had to like stop what I'm doing to like go back and see if I can find the ban option. I had to report like this one guy for being a d-. But yeah, I managed As awkward as it kind of was, but hey, I mean, tonight has been definitely a lot more chill in that respect, so. As they say, I am chilling. No Netflix, I'm not going to download here a PC. What kind of yawn was that? But there you have it. That was the ultimate yawn of all centuries. So far on the Discord, we currently have 43 members, so we are still going up. Thank you again to all of you who have been joining in. I very much appreciate it. Wait, there was a harassing you last night. Yeah. Like, he was just being kind of weird. And like asking inappropriate questions. And like he was like, I know where you live, kind of, so I can find you. I'm like, yeah, okay. But still, like, these are very nasty comments to leave. Are Ever Media products worth it? They have the streaming kit that I've been considering to get. I've never actually tested any Ever Media stuff, but I definitely should. I definitely should, because like, just like Elgato, they do make a lot of interesting products. I've only tested out like a bunch of Elgato products. Like, I've tested out the ring light, which I actually have over there. I've tested out the key light Air, Stream Deck XL, the HD60 S capture card, and I've also tested out the the 4K 60 Pro internal card, which have all served me pretty well. And I think that when it comes to Elgato stuff, that is pretty much everything that I've been able to test. But when it comes to AverMedia stuff, I've never tested their stuff. And I've actually been interested in that same kit that you're talking about as well. I wish that I could offer more insight there, but yeah, like, that's really all I got. However, hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to. I think it's like a $200 kit, if I'm not mistaken. I think it comes with a webcam, a microphone, and a capture card, I think. You know, chicken used to be my #1 favorite food until a few days ago. I watched a video on YouTube, and what they do to fish and kill them is just as bad and sad as chickens. You see, I can understand where you're coming from, but as somebody that watched Super Size Me, that didn't affect me even in the slightest. I was kind of like, so that's how the chicken nuggets get made. Huh, okay, no problem. Now I know. But either way, no, yeah, like, it didn't really let that affect what I eat. I would abandon them immediately if I was there. Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I would have appreciated that quite a bit, but don't worry about it. It's completely done and dealt with. I appreciate it nonetheless. So now I'm gonna try my best to not eat chicken. Okay, fair. Watch this video, Tech Summit. I wonder what that is. I can't watch it on stream because every time that I watch anything on stream, I get a copyright claim. But I will at least have a tab open for it so that I can watch it later. Let me see. How slaughterhouses kill thousands an hour. Okay, I think I'm good. I'm definitely not watching this right now. I still need to remember every time, where is the ban button on YouTube? I'm always confused. I'm always confused about that too. Like, it's just so tedious to find. I think they need to refine their streaming infrastructure there and like, just make it easier. Because at this time, it is a little bit tedious to like just go forth and do your thing. Speaking of mods, where are the other mods? The Firecat and the other guy, where are they? So they're only mods on Twitch. They're not here today. It is only you at this time. Yes, please do that and save the YouTube video for later. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can give it a look later. I've already seen pretty similar videos of this, and also I'll have you know, I used to live on a farm, so I used to watch like chickens like getting killed almost every day. Cows as well. Not so often cows, but pigs actually pretty often. I just got used to that kind of thing. $1.99 from Franco Galdino. Who else loves Tech Summit? Oh man, I very much appreciate that, Franco. Thank you so much for that. And this would be tonight's donation indeed. Like, I don't really know why it doesn't show up here, like on Streamlabs on YouTube, but yeah. I mean, either way, like, thank you very much. I very much appreciate it, buddy. I have a Logitech C9. Oh, there it is. Okay, it did eventually show up. So there's that notification. I have a Logitech C922 for streaming and recording, but there are times that I get faint black lines in the background. How do I fix that? You get faint black lines in the background? I have never heard of that being an issue. It sounds like it could very well just end up being defective. If anything, I mean, a C922, like, that's just not normal for webcams to do. Usually when any kind of distortions like that end up popping up, that is usually a sign of it being defective. Maybe they are just as occupied. Yeah, maybe so. Lots is happening today. Oh yeah? Like what? What's happening today that's so important? Franco, looking good, Francisco, anytime. Ah, thank you. Love your work, and double thank you for that one. Very much appreciated. Shout out to Franco over here. Showering Tech Summit with compliments. Thank you. I appreciate it. Though I do wonder, what could possibly be going on today that is so important? Other than, you know, maybe them having a life, right? Gem Allen, by the way, if you are by any chance looking for a webcam upgrade, which is probably what I would recommend if that's what you're starting to see on your webcam, because that is definitely not normal, then I would probably recommend some kind of upgrade for that. And I've learned recently that using a GoPro as a webcam, like an older GoPro, like a Hero 3 or a Hero 4, both black models, like they end up being very great webcams because they give you like the super wide angle look, and they still look pretty sharp for what they are. They usually aim for like 1080p footage. But like as webcams, they're definitely pretty good. Right now, I can actually kind of show you what that wide angleness could end up looking like. Let me try to find it, and here we go. So like right now, I do have the Razer Kiro Pro right here. And this is like its own webcam, but it is like a wide angle webcam. Not super wide angle, but it is wide angle enough, and you can see everything here. You can see my Looptech CT, which is what I used to edit a lot. My Stream Deck is right here. My keyboard is right here. My Go XLR is right here. My mouse is right here. My deck that I'm making changes to every single day is right here. Phones and stuff, am I right, guys? Oh, am I right, gamer? Love phones and tech. Corey, how appreciative of you. Downloaded Facebook on my Kindle Fire yesterday. Oh man, how exciting has that been for you? Bloody Fedora says, but I do get worried about threats like that. I know where you live or something like that. I know the US is not exactly a safe place, Brazil too. Especially in times of strife. People are more and more insane with each passing day. That is true. However, like when it comes to random comments like that, like they're obviously full of so like it's nothing really to worry about, at least you shouldn't, but like it is still going to make you just a little bit uneasy at least. Can't forget the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That is correct. We got a duel this summer. I got a deck I need to play against you. Yeah, for sure. I would be more than happy to play you. Is that Tech Summit? Tech Summit, is that you? Oh my goodness. Alright. Bloody Fedora, if you could go ahead and do me a favor and just like sneak over to where to YouTube and ban this guy, I would very much appreciate it. Fake Tech Summit has entered the chat. Yes. That's not nice. So be it. Thank you. No thank you. Either way, it is going to happen. So wish you the best of luck, Fake Tech Summit. I just want to post mini memes on Facebook. You can go ahead and do that. I'm sure that will not be problematic. Don't worry about that. So I usually take these things with a serious tone. I'm not only banned but reported as well, and that is usually a good idea. Behave better, fake Tech Summit. Yes, thank you. He's misbehaving. Saying bad things. Not on this chat. Of all places. Okay, good. Tech Summit has been hidden. Fake Tech Summit is gone. Okay, thank God my 62-year-old heart couldn't take it. Yeah, that man was being insane. He was definitely storming things around here. And I don't know if I could have been able to handle it. Dealt with, banned, and reported. Thank you very much, Bloody Fedora. I appreciate that a lot, buddy. Now, you guys can be rest assured that you are indeed speaking to the real Tech Summit. I don't have an evil twin anymore, because that evil twin is me. So, I heard a quote yesterday that read, "You teach a man to fish, he eats it. You eat fish, you eat it." Where did you get that quote from? It hit right home. It's like, wow, it really is true that when you eat a fish, it does get eaten. I would be able to relate to that, but I'm not exactly somebody that enjoys fish all that much. Pog in the chat for Bloody Fedora. There you go. Yes, the man of the hour. Tech Summit. Who was that texting on YouTube? What did he say? He titled his account Tech Summit, and he was just trolling around. Streaming equipment are so inflated in prices right now. Might take some time to replace my webcam then. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. But I would say that when it comes to webcams, like you're not really going to necessarily find, at least like you're not confined to just finding a bad deal. Like I'm sure that you can find something pretty decent out there. The Logitech StreamCam exists, which is a pretty decent webcam. Bloody Fedora, seriously, what's wrong with these kind of people? Why do stuff like this happen? I have no idea, but yeah, like this is the second night in a row that it happens. Lol, I am going to YouTube now because I find Twitch a lot better. Yeah, I hear that that performance on Twitch is certainly a lot better. It is more consistent, higher quality as well. I also heard a quote. Don't give up unless you want to. Hit different. It was accompanied by a minion PNG. I see that you have a thing for minions, huh, Corey? Ah, I I see demos like that. It happened yesterday as well, right? Yes, it did. I think that you were there. Ah, wrong emoji. Yeah, I think that you were there, but yeah, like, um, it happened yesterday as well. And I guess that he made a new account. I'm not sure. Okay, it's 2 a.m. for me, and I'm in a random live stream pretending to be a 62-year-old boomer. Good night. Have a good stream. No worries, Corey. Thank you very much for stopping by. And I do wish you a wonderful night. Thank you for coming, and please sleep well. Franco says, "I hate is the sincerest form of flattery." Indeed, indeed. That is a quote that I'm going to hold near and dear to my heart for the rest of my days. Because now I know, every time that I see hatred, it is only because they love me. That sounds like something that one of like the hypebeast YouTubers would say. I just turn hate into love, you know? Oh, you scared me. I thought that you were ending. Oh, no. I'm not ending quite yet. Soon, but not yet. So don't worry. Returning to Twitch. Any issues, inform me, Tech. I'm kind of running in a singular window here. No worries, I completely understand. I appreciate you being so diligent. I really do. Considering you have 14,000 subs on YouTube. Wait, what do you mean? Some of them could be idiots. Oh, I see, I gotcha. It looks like that message was a little bit delayed. No, I mean, yeah. Some of them could be spam accounts too. Who knows? Got any more game streams upcoming? I've been talking about streaming Kingdom Hearts 3 at some point due to popular demand from that one time that I asked, and people picked that over Final Fantasy 14. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 is a thing that I'm most likely going to start streaming at some point. Though I'm mostly just like questioning how I should do it, because if I end up doing game streaming, I feel like I should, at this point, extend how long these live streams are, because usually they tend to be between an hour and 2 hours, and I feel like if I'm going to do gaming streams, that it would be best to kind of extend that a bit. So that's also why I'm taking so long to kind of like start playing, but I will start playing gaming streams. Well, I will start doing gaming streams again. On my channel, what has been happening in the comments, there are these people who put a link and you click it and it shows haram stuff, or like if you don't know, haram can be related to food. That's so strange. Why would they do that to you? Like, why would they just start leaving those random links on there? I do have links blocked in the comments of my videos, so that way nobody can just leave like a predatory link down there. So I have to be extra careful. My brother is into witch culture. I also have a friend that is also a witch. I'm always worried a prejudice-filled madman might harass them or harm them. It is Brazil, so the chances of that happening are certainly higher. Oh, over here, there appear to be a lot of atheists, so I don't think that a lot of people here would necessarily pay much mind to it. But in Brazil, I'm sure that is a completely different story. Yes, says Franco. That is a fantastic idea. Kingdom Hearts slaps. It does slap. It does slap pretty hard, I gotta say. 3 in particular. Like, on PC, it's just... mwah. It's wonderful. Playing that game, 1440p, 120 frames per second. Like, it's just... It is a beautiful experience. I'm so glad that they brought Kingdom Hearts to PC. I will probably do Kingdom Hearts 2 at some point as well, because 2 is the best one of the 3 mainline Kingdom Hearts games, story-wise, and also combat-wise in a sense, considering that that there is just more strategy involved in Kingdom Hearts 2 than what there would be in something like Kingdom Hearts 3. In the Kingdom Hearts 2, like combat is very much like pattern based, but then like in Kingdom Hearts 3, things are like a lot more just like out there. Like things just happen. The AI just kind of decides on a random move. However, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 2, like you can predict what your opponent is going to do. And that's why Muslim girls and ladies wear the hijab or abaya, which is a covering on the head and on the body like abaya, is like a dress but not tight, and it covers the full boys. Yeah, you meant to say full body, gotcha. And hijab is the headscarf. Gotcha. Okay. Or even worse, says Bloody Fedora, a mob because people are completely insane. So I guess it is healthy to at least distrust a little bit everyone you meet. No, yeah, definitely. It is good to be cautious at any moment. 2 was super good. I couldn't handle the card game of Kingdom Hearts. I got too confused. Oh, you mean Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, right? I also could not get into it. I really did not like it. I have friends that do like Chain of Memories quite a bit, but I just couldn't. Tried streaming Call of Duty. LOL, voice rooms there will make you tough as nails. I bet. I know that that like Call of Duty does have a lot of toxic players on there. Like a lot of them. So like it would thicken my skin over time, I'm sure, but either way, like I'm not really that much into shooting games, so I'm more of like an RPG kind of guy, so you're probably not going to catch me playing Call of Duty. The Ultimate says, "What's up, man? How are you doing?" I'm doing pretty alright. How are you doing tonight? The Ultimate. Tech Summit. It keeps saying this whenever I try to write a comment that includes religious stuff. Hey, your message is not being checked by mods and has not been sent. Any reason could be why? What I think is probably that well, the auto mod might just have it so that anything that has to do with politics or religion probably gets like filtered out. I think that's what's going on. I'm doing alright as well. Just wanted to stop by and say hello. Well, hello. I do hope that you're having a wonderful night so far. It is a human one, that is for sure, since it is springtime, but hey. Eventually it'll get colder again and it'll be nice out again. Also, check your chat. Check my chat. What happened? Airplane mode. Oh, well, thank you for letting me know. Are you guys ready for this? And now that all of you are finally boarding flight number 8257, headed towards Miami, Florida, the only destination that this JetBlue airplane heads towards. Now, if you do have any questions, do make sure to contact our flight attendants. And welcome to the airplane mode that has been requested. Thank you very much, The Ultimate, for paying those 200 points in order to unlock this mode. So, here we go. I'm going to stick like this for just a little bit, and yeah. Please enjoy the ride, enjoy the flight. Even recently, still today, people still have prejudice. My witch friend was blamed for the current pandemic, so I warned her to at least inform the local police about the harassment. That's pretty insane. Blaming just one person for it. Okay, now I'm tired and going to get some rest at 2:22 a.m. Bye, Tech Summit. Nice chat and speak very soon. No worries. Have a wonderful night and thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it and I wish you a wonderful night. But to those who might be wondering why this sound has come about, it is because airplane mode has been turned on and I have to be the nice airplane attendant or flightster, pilot. That's what it is. I am a pilot. I worried people might form a mob and just use her culture to hurt her, so I helped her to report the incident for her safety. That's very nice of you. It is good for her to obviously have like some sense of security. And it's not fair that, you know, like she would get blamed for like spreading a virus that was a complete accident. I'm pretty sure it's to begin with. And that originated somewhere completely different from Brazil. That is another thing to keep into consideration. So yeah, like a little silly to kind of make those assumptions on their end. Yes, just had to crack my neck in airplane mode. Hopefully you guys heard the cracking of my neck in airplane mode. It has been quite a pleasant experience in airplane mode, and the only type that I enjoy to do in airplane mode. So there is that. However, I think that we have actually reached a pretty good point over here, as I think it is about time for me to start heading out. So with that said, thanks to all of you for stopping by tonight. I do very much appreciate it. And tonight's stream was certainly a fun one. Oh, Dealsman says, I'm going to go. Hope you guys have a fun rest of the stream. Have a great night or day. Enjoy the flight. Well, the flight is officially over, but thank you very much either way. And I wish you a wonderful night as well. She does a lot of things that anyone with a cynical mind would just say. That's hogwash, but a fun one. But I know there are people who just wanted an excuse to insult or harm others, so I'm cautious. Yes, it is good to be cautious, you know, like especially if you are in a dangerous place. So best of luck, of course. Have a great night to you too, Franco. Have a good night to you too, Bloody Fedora, and Jim Allen. I will see you next time as well. And to all of you who are currently watching, please have a wonderful night, and I very much look forward to seeing you on the next one, and to chatting with you again. Enjoy. Stream.